Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith, the Smith and Black channel here at Ticker Talker, and it's a Monday, and oftentimes we say we do the least on a Monday as we gain more information. What do I mean by that? Well, let's take a look. SPY. Living in exhaustion risk. We haven't had a two down since last March on the monthly basis. So just going and drifting into the highs, and when you get that, you're going to get this kind of action here. So you hear me talk about exhaustion risk, it doesn't mean things are going to tank. You're just going to get stuff like this. All right? If the buyers don't get aggressive and step up, you get stuff like this. And then if you're lucky, you get a little bit like this. Well, look at this. For today, SPY's doing nothing. So SPY's doing nothing. So if you go look at around, the first posture we did see was the Q weakness. Here, so we had a divergence in the broader averages. We had SPY doing nothing. Q's getting hit, right? And you can see this on the daily up in here, upper left. Taking out the previous day's highs, these guys, then boom, taking out the lows. So the hopes is we can get weak enough to take all this stuff out, right? That's what we'd like to see. Get some more action in here. So right now you got a new 60. So new 60 is always like a new day to us, right? So had it come down. Now here's your corrective activity, two up against the red two down day. Ideally, we'd like to take this out and start pounding these things again. That's kind of what we'd like to see here to get some stuff done. But conversely, we had the diamonds. Diamonds were going up. So we have a divergence between the broader averages and the small cappers we know of that inside month that needs to resolve, which it is not doing, and also opening is an inside day. So we knew right out the chute where we can look is we can go to the strength in the diamonds and go after the weakness in the Qs, and then see if there's any other underlying themes in there by sector and stuff like that. So we did have the oils try and rally again, but they got thwarted by energy itself. So here you can see XLE does gap up in here a little bit, and OIH here now coming back in because you had the crude itself come in right here, boom. Right? So that kind of got a little bit thwarted. I believe Murphy, MUR, staying positive near the highs, and that's that two up, two down, two up months to take this out, and hopefully a little bit more. If we go to Home Depot, still plugging along here. Home Depot, and this is a great example that I've been using for a while that just keeps on giving when I talk about how you set up the swing trades, and if it works, what happens. So you recall we were looking at this down in here. That's a 2-2 reversal on the weekly right here in the upper middle here. Oops, so saith mega cursor. 2-2 reversal here, and if that worked, that set this up, the outside month, to take all these guys out, which it did. Then no lower low on the week, and you had an inside week to add here. You see that? That's how you do something like that. So we also have strength in Best Buy. And so a little bit of retail Best Buy. We've been waiting for this thing to do this and take all this stuff out now. These 3 months become an outside bar of all that. Thought it could do it last month, but nope, this week or this month. So you had to wait for this. See this corrective activity? Right there. Boom. There it is. Two down, two up, and off to the races. New highs for Best Buy, so you're up into exhaustion risk. And with the Home Depot, you can always see how Lowe's is doing. Lowe's. Also here was that inside week, two down, triangle out with the old Rev Strat, and then boom, into the high she goes. These three become an outside bar of all that. And if that's working, then we can go into ITB, XHB, see if that's working, to see if you can dig up some more Toll Brothers. How these guys doing? Pulte, LGIH. So the home builders all still chugging along there. So the Weyerhaeuser. All right. So if we go to, we got also in the healthcare, doing H in the Dow as well. And let's take a look at the XLV. XLV taking out last week's highs, so that's something you want to know about. And then you can look down here in Cigna, and Cigna having a nice little day. Just once again, a lot of exhaustion risk in these things, and ANTM by going into the highs here. So as a group, they're still buying some healthcare, is what they're showing us right out the chute. In the old bottom picker point, when things matter. So coin Coinbase, which has been a pig since its inception. You see this here, one inside week to the downside last week, but that week's gone now. Right? And then you start a new week, and you have this, the inside day, the 212 reversal on the daily over this. 267.07, so trading 284.65, and it didn't gap, so that was pretty nice. It gave you the opportunity to go after that if you were paying attention to that inside day there. If you go to W from the weekend video, and oftentimes you'll hear me say we'll go either way on this, right? And so on this one, we're either looking here in the monthly for the re-break to the downside, right, below 293.50, or the 2 down 2 up hammer to go the other way, upside over 307.12. We got the 307.12 instead. There you go. Back up she goes, setting up potential outside bar on the month for the 1 bar ref start of the inside month. If we go to Akamai, and Akamai was also in the weekend vid. We're looking for this here, shooter, hammer, 2 up, 2 down, and when this takes this out, we're looking to take this out, so these become an outside bar of that, you see? This is called Momo Hammer on the daily, right? Anybody stayed short in here, got handed to them right on the shoot, so we'll see it for the rest of the week, Akamai. If we go to Tenneco, and Tenneco, see, waking up from a long winter's nap. Used to be somebody is what we like to call these, right? So you can see this on the month. Inside month to the upside, and this is a nice little month. Over 11.14, trading 14.33 in just 3 days here. So nice little run here. We'll see. Now it's going to, might go try the out in here. We'll see if they sets up again. If we go to, well, we were talking about the Dow Jones strength. You had Honeywell coming up here. Outside week to the upside looks like. You had, like I said, Home Depot. You have Triple M also coming up here. And Triple M's been slowly but surely trying to chug back, because we know Triple M's also one of those few down names that has been a lot higher than it is right now, and you can see that. So it's still working on this thing here, Triple M. If we go to Lockheed Martin still not here just a little bit, but once again, it's on the macro list. It's an inside quarter to the upside, but here's how you enter on these weeklies, right? Slight lower low, boom, right here. Now these become an outside bar of all that, you see? Still going as is right now, and that tells you to look at Northrop Grumman, which we knew was the stronger one before. And then on a daily basis, you can see this, 2 down and then boom, right back up. Now an inside on the 60. It also tells us to keep an eye on General Dynamics. And we'll see how the rows go for the rest of the day. You have HRTX. And HRTX here coming back through previous range. There's a 2-2 reversal on the weekly. 2 down by taking out that low, and now 2 up. Right, so we're looking to take this out. So these would become a compound outside bar of this over 18.99. If we go to JP Morgan, we'll hit some financials holding up here. And JP Morgan just ripping into the highs and here on the monthly. Once again, the same patterns we look for in everything over and over and over again. 2 up, 2 down, and boom, these 2 become an outside bar of all that. And Citicorp is the one here that that has the inside month right here. Inside month to the upside. So we'll see if there's anything more. If we go to CBOE. And CBOE, and once again, here's what you look for. You see this? This bar here is called a mother bar. Any bar before an inside bar is called a mother bar, and then you need to get out of it. Otherwise, here's what happens. You see this? Triangle the out and triangle the out. Price discovery will start over again. If you don't know that, you can get really chopped up trading something that's still inside here. Fortunately, there's a monthly chart, and now that once you're above that, you can try and stay above that. Otherwise, you come back down for more broadening into here. But right now, if you look at the daily, you're going to see this. The outside bar took out both sides. Then the gap down in reverse. That's a 3-2-2 reversal. That's what we look for, because then these bars become an outside bar of this, because they had already were willing to pay up and sell down, right, on that bar. If they were willing to do it once, they might do it again, and they did so. If we go to BGFV, and BGFV just having another nice day. This thing, I don't know what's going on with this thing, but whatever it is, they like it. So it's still going. We're just kind of stalling out here with the market. Watching these 60s here now, like I said, every hour is like a new day to us. So I want to watch and see if the SPY takes out last 60 minutes lows. If the Qs do it here, that would get my attention. And if the diamonds stay firm or not. Every 60. So the diamond's getting closer to taking that to the downside. If we go to TGLS. And TGLS, whatever this thing is, had a nice morning, but we'll see, stalling out just a little bit. But anytime we can find things with nice long green bars or red bars, we want to stay on them. Q. And CUE inside on the 60. Q Biopharma. I'm sure they're great. If we go to some downside, we had some of those XMERs, the rocks like FCX, and start off smart CLF, but then here was what we got. The gap up and then 2 up, 2-2 reversal here on FCX. Right, and so if that works, right, you always want to ask yourself, if that works, what could happen? You get yourself an outside day here, come all the way back through here, right? And if that works, you might get yourself an outside week. Now, there's a lot down there, but this thing's had a big move up, so we'll see. We're watching that with Alcoa, and you can see that coming in. Alcoa did a different inside 60 to the downside, 2-1-2. And so that's why you'll hear me talk about the gap list, and all you got to do is stay on, 30s and 60s, and SCCO. There you go. Inside bar pokes up, boom, rev strat to the downside. It's still green on the day, so that's hanging in there. Like I said, they were hitting the NASDAQ, so you get a little tech in there. In Amazon, and Amazon now inside in the 60, and just once again, magnitude. The 2 up on Friday, and then boom. The magnitude is only to take that out. Your hopes it gets worse because you full time frame continuity to the downside, but you want to make sure that you're creating those outside bars. All right, that's what it's doing. If we go to ABMD, once again here, shooter counters hammer month, 2 down, 2 up, 2 down. Now we want to looking to take out the lows of this month, right? And then you can wait for it. What? Triangle the out, and that's on the daily on Friday. Took out the Thursday's highs. 2, 2, bam. When this takes that out, we're going to take these guys out, and that's going to be an outside bar of that. Reconfirming this over here. See? All right. If we go to Facebook, and Facebook, inside week to the downside after last week's inside week, and triangle them out a little bit here on Friday, and there's these guys become an outside bar of that. You see? Now sitting there on the 60, we'll see what comes of that. SMH, back into our old tricks, and there's your 2 up, 2 down reversal on the daily. Still an inside week, but that monthly where there's 2 up, 2 down, still in there, and that's why we want to pay attention on Monday what these things do. This would be rev strat to the downside if you can take this out in the next hour below 235.74, and we're watching a lot of the usual suspects over there. Your LRCX is on that reversal, and rev strat month, and SWKS here at the shooter counters hammer month. All right, still having some problems, and so we'll see if those continue to set up. Just a few more here. We got Twist, puke, and Twist once again inside month to the downside. And what do you wait for? Triangle the out. What's that here? Corrective activity. This is a 2 up on Friday. These two became an outside bar of that, and then boom, as soon as that kicked in here this morning, below 112.13, boom, there we go. Still trying to work on that, not bad. And if we go to TTD, hoo boy, and slowly bleeding out here, but getting destroyed off that inside month. So I'm not sure what they did, but it's not going well. Okay, just one couple more. Beyond the Meat, inside month to the downside after missing earnings last week, is still somewhat weak. And GH here, getting hit on the 2 down, 2 up, 2 down month, and you can see almost hitting that magnitude, or these two becoming outside bar of that. Always know how to gauge your magnitude, folks. All right, that's going to do it for today. I'm Rob Smith, the Smith & Black Channel here at Ticker Talker with Strat Time Report.